مرحبا يا رمضان مرحبا يا رمضان رمضان مرحبا يا رمضان مرحبا
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillahi rabbil alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursaleen wa ala alihi at-tayyibin at-tahirin wa sahbihi al-kiram al-ajma'in. Amma ba'd. Qala Allahu tabaraka wa ta'ala fi kalamihi al-hakim. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu kutiba alaykumus siyam kama kutiba ala alladhina min qablikum la'allakum tattaqun. Sadaqallahu mawlana al-azim. Assalamu alaikum viewers. You are live with me in Sehri show in ReviveFM. Alhamdulillah, Alhamdulillah, Allah has given us this blessed month of Ramadan for us to reflect upon our lives, for us to assess ourselves, for us to see where we stand in this dunya, to see where we stand in His connection, to see where we are in our lives. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala beautifully mentions, before I move on to my topic about Ramadan, I would like to say that there were our beloved ones who were with us last year. They are not with us now. A lot of people who prayed with us, a lot of people who, our friends, our relatives, there are so many who were with us, who prayed with us, who did Tarawih with us, who did fasting with us, who did Sehri with us. They are no more with us now. So you know, like, this life is so short. It's so short. It's temporary. We think that this life is we think that we're going to live in this life forever and ever and ever in this dunya. It's not like that. See, people who were there in last Ramadan, they are not with us in this Ramadan. We never imagined that they won't be with us, but this is something, a reality which we have to accept. So we don't know what is going to happen with us in next Ramadan, but we pray to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us long life, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala give us health and iman and afiyah. Give us all kind of happiness, give us all goodness of this world and hereafter. My brothers and sisters, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given this beautiful month for us to reflect, for us to understand His relationship, as He mentions in the Holy Quran, Ya ayyuhallazina amanu kutiba alaykumus siyam. Oh, you believe in my oneness. Oh, you believe in the messengership of my beloved Prophet Muhammad Sayyidina Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Kutiba alaykumus siyam. The fasting has been prescribed on you as it was prescribed in the book, that the reason for prescribing fasting, the reason for making fast further on us is to make sure that we become muttaqin, to make sure that we become God-fearing. So, like, we just need to understand a few things, right? What is meant by God-fearing? What is meant by taqwa? What is meant by taqwa? It's not like, in general, people think that, and one more thing I would like to mention, like, I'm not giving a speech here. I'm just trying to have a kind of casual conversation with you. I'm going to have some kind of casual talk, so so that, you know, like, it can benefit everyone. I'm not going to quote some, you know, very references, and I'm just trying to correlate our lives with the expectations of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So what is meant by God fearing and what is meant by God consciousness? What Allah mentions is like, I made fasting farz on you. I made fasting obligatory on you so that you become God fearing. In general, taqwa is translated as God fearness, like fearing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I want to understand, like, why do we need to fear Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Is he someone who is holding a dagger and is waiting for us to come to his court so that he can punish us? Is he that? Is he like that? Why do we need to fear God? Like, what is that? What is that fearing God? Is that something we have to hide ourselves from God? It is something we have to hide ourselves from the Creator, like so that he gonna chase us and he wants us to to punish us always. So if you keep fearing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you're not going to be, you can't be a good servant of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So what is meant by the taqwa actually? What is meant by, what is that, what is his intention? What is that he want you to be? He want you to fear him always. He want you to fear him and lead a sadist life, that keep fearing, like you do sin and keep fearing that, oh Allah, what Allah is going to do. No, it's not like that. What is meant by taqwa? Taqwa is nothing but God consciousness. God consciousness means like you develop a feeling, you inculcate a feeling in your heart that you are always conscious of God. Like He is with you. He is with you. He is seeing you. He is seeing you, and you try to put your life, you try to adhere to the rules and regulations drawn by Him. There is a border He has drawn to His creation, that okay, this is the border, so you don't cross this border. So whatever you do it inside this border. Do not cross it. Do not cross this boundary. That is what is taqwa all about. If you talk about the boundaries, that are very handful. So that's not my topic actually. Maybe hopefully I'll take this up in my next session. What all the boundaries, what our Creator laid for us. So that is something I'll talk to you after some time. Maybe in our next session. So what we need to understand is like what is God fearing and what is God consciousness. Taqwa is basically, God consciousness is translated in a different way as God fearing. Like you become conscious of God, that your God is with you, the one who created you, the one who is giving all kind of sustenance to you. He is with you. He's not someone who is sitting far away from you just watching you. No, He is with you. He is living with you. That is what is God consciousness. He is aware of all your actions. So what we need to understand is like this month is trying to give us that consciousness, that feeling to you. So what we do is all 11 months actually we do all sort of things, like we indulge ourselves into dunya, we indulge ourselves into desires, we involve ourselves into many activities which may or may not be a good term with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, by giving this a special month, what He's saying, okay, why not you do something where you assess yourself what you have been doing this whole year, and see how you can develop a good relationship with me, see how you can revive good relationship with me, see how you can develop a sense of consciousness which links with me, which develops a kind of a vital connection between a Creator and His creation. This is the blessed opportunity. So what He says, okay, by fasting you can develop that consciousness. By fasting you become a God consciousness. So what in detail, if I say in nutshell, what is God consciousness means, like it is all about knowing yourself, knowing who you are, knowing who is your God, knowing your responsibilities towards your Creator, knowing the boundaries laid by your Creator. This is what a God consciousness is all about. Okay, and knowing from where you came into this world and where you're heading towards, and what is your responsibilities in this life, and what is this whole life is all about. So this is what is God consciousness. When you try to figure out the questions, when you try to figure out the figure out the answers to these questions, right? This is what is taqwa all about. And these answers basically, which will help you, revive your relationship with your God. Actually, the thing is, mostly like what's happening is like we keep doing ibadah, we keep doing worship without knowing. So worship without knowing is of no use. The more you ponder, the more you try to get answers, dig answers for your questions, for your to make your God consciousness grow in a better way. So you need to find answers. So the thing is like knowing without knowing, doing worship is something, I could say that it won't be consistent. So you would be doing with the worship with a lot of enthusiasm this month, and what happens once this month goes off, you lose all that enthusiasm and you completely forget the whole worship. Okay, and what Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam says that ahabbul a'mali ila Allahi adwamuha. In front of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the deeds which are beloved to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, which are consistent. So try to be consistent in doing your amal and doing your ibadah. I would like to say one thing, the God who is out of Ramadan, like the God who was before Ramadan, is the same God who is going to be with us after Ramadan. The same Allah is in Ramadan, same Allah before Ramadan, same Allah after Ramadan. So let's try to keep our amal very consistent. So we try to do things as if that we have got a new God, like we are trying to impress Him. No, it's not like that. So whatever you do in this period of time, in this 30 days, right, just make sure that you continue that consistently. That is what Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam mentions, that whatever amal, whatever ibadah you do consistently, that is something which is going to benefit you, and that is going to stay with you for a long time. Yeah. So what I'm trying to say here is like when you have ilm, when you acquire knowledge, when you try to find answers to your, when you try to find answers to your God consciousness, your worship, so you then come to know, okay, this is how I need to worship. Okay, why I am worshipping? Because I have become God conscious. Why I am worshipping? I know who I am. Why I am God conscious? Why I should acquire taqwa? Because this is my responsibility. This is what I have a responsibility towards my Creator. So try to dig in some answers. Yeah, what I was trying to say is, what is God consciousness? Just to know who you are, from where you came from, and what you are doing here, and what you are supposed to do, what is your objective, what should be your objective in this life, and where you are heading towards, and what would be your akhirah. So try to ponder and try to gather some answers around this in this whole month of Ramadan, to make sure that this Ramadan is like you just try to gain knowledge along with worship. Try to gain knowledge along with worship. That is what is very, very important. Like what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions, like Ya ayyuhallazina amanu kutiba alaykumus siyamu kama kutiba ala alladhina min qablikum la'allakum tattaqun. He wants you to become God conscious. He wants you to know that there is one God who created you, and you have some responsibilities towards Him. So what is our responsibilities? What is our responsibilities? And you may have a question that why should I listen to my God? There is a question, why should I listen to Allah? Why should I abide and adhere to the rules laid by my Creator? Let me just tell you one. Can you say to your law of land, maybe can you say to the traffic rules, saying why should I adhere to the traffic rules formulated by traffic police in UK? No, you can't say that. You can't say that completely. When you are a citizen of this country, means you have to abide, and you are bound to follow the traffic rules. So if there are no traffic rules, like there would be a lot of chaos and confusion, you may see a lot of death, you may see a lot of injuries, people crushing each other. So that's the same thing, right? If you don't have an organized form of life, things would not work in right way. So you have to listen to someone actually. So you may say that, okay, fine, let me listen to myself. I know what is wrong and right. Okay, fine. I would like to say, okay, you are listening to yourself, right? If you are listening to yourself, why don't we listen to someone who says that, who we believe in, that, okay, He is Allah, who we believe in, He is our creator. So when you have to listen to yourself, so listening to yourself, sometimes listening to yourself means listening to your desires, so listening to your wishes. So sometimes your wish may be legal or illegal. When you have to listen to someone else, right? Why can't we listen to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Why can't we bound ourselves? Why can't we adhere to the rules, and why can't we adhere to the principles and regulations given by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Okay, I would like to just give you some a small example. Like this is I'm not sure where I can find this reference, but I have heard from my teachers that during the time of Imam Abu Hanifa, one person actually, he was doing uzu, and the other person came to him and said like, okay, so you're doing uzu, are you following any mazhab? He said like, yes, I'm following Imam Abu Hanifa. He said, no, I don't follow any mazhab, I don't follow Imam Abu Hanifa. Why don't you do the uzu in the way I teach? He started doing uzu. Then he said like, okay, fine, if I want to do uzu the way you're teaching, I'm looking at you and doing uzu. Why can't I? Anyway, you become my imam in doing uzu. I'm following you. So when I have to follow someone, looking at someone, I have to do uzu. Why not Imam Abu Hanifa? So he's a renowned person, and he is an alim, and he's a faqih. Everyone knows about him. His knowledge is known to everyone. Why can't I follow Imam Abu Hanifa? Similarly, when you want to follow your desires, when you know like you want to follow what is, and you know what is right and wrong, and you say that, okay, fine, I'll follow what is right and wrong, whatever heart and whatever my intellect says. Okay, you listen to your intellect, you listen to your heart. So that may give you, because it is based on the social circumstances, it is based on the peer pressure, based on different reasons. It may guide you in a right way. Sometimes it may guide you, it may lead you to wrong decisions. But when you believe that there is one creator, so obviously we believe that whatever rules, what he says, that it would be correct. So that is what is taqwa all about, like God consciousness, trying to bring a feeling that your God is with you, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is with you, He is seeing you, He is living with you, He is always with you. So the one who is with you, one who is providing all kind of facilities, and He's fulfilling your necessities, why can't you hear, why can't you listen, why can't you abide by what He chosen for you? So this is what Ramadan is all about. In this Ramadan, basically, people who never pray before Ramadan, they start praying. What he's saying, okay, just try to do what you are doing, okay, consistently, yeah, so that you continue this behavior. Like as I always mention, like it's like before you go on to a proper match, right? You do a net practice, cricket match, and like so before any actual match, you do a net practice. It could be of any sports, it could be of anything. Before you give a speech, you do some, if you're delivering a lecture, or if you're giving a public speech, you just do a good rehearsal. But what happens is, like, if you don't do a rehearsal, obviously your speech or your actual match, you're going to fail. You don't perform well. The thing is, like, it's same, yeah. So Ramadan, consider this Ramadan as a kind of pitch, as a test. What is that, test ground, where you try to improve your skills, where you assess yourself, where you try to guide yourself towards good performance. You understand what you're doing, you enrich your skills, and you try to decide, okay, fine, what I can do consistently. Okay, it is 5 time prayers, or it is kind of tilawat of Quran or understanding of Quran. So you decide some set of worship, you decide set of knowledge, what you are going to learn consistently, and you make sure that once you finish your Ramadan, you carry on with those activities outside Ramadan. So this is what is all about Ramadan. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is giving you this opportunity. He's creating a whole unified opportunity, that it's not like, okay, one part of one section of Muslims are doing Ramadan, the other section of Muslims are doing something else. It happens for other situations and other scenarios, but when it comes to Ramadan, the whole ummah is united. Everybody fast, everybody does tarawih, everybody involve themselves in various type of worships to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So it's a kind of environment. He's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is building, and He's creating an environment which makes you, which puts a kind of which manifests in you, that it makes you to start His worship. It makes it to know about Him. It induces you to get knowledge about Islam and Deen. This is something, a blessed opportunity, I could say. So try to utilize this month. Yeah. So that's what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions, لَعَلَّكُمْ تَتَّقُونَ, so that you become God conscious in a consistent way. It's not like 1 month is there, we become everything in this month. We become wali, we become abid, we become ashiq, like we become the lover of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, we become the lover of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Once the 30th Roza is gone, right, on the day of Eid, it's like we lose everything. We lose everything, and we again back to square one. So that shouldn't be the case. Make sure that you do not fall into that category. So what is Ramadan is all about? Ramadan is like, Ramadan is inviting towards God consciousness, it's inviting you towards taqwa. Ramadan is inviting you to revive the relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ramadan is inviting you to revive the relationship with His messenger Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Ramadan is inviting you towards knowledge. Ramadan is inviting you towards mercy of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ramadan is inviting you towards knowing yourself, knowing your Lord, knowing your destination, knowing akhirah, knowing the secrets of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Make sure you utilize your time well in this blessed month. So like, if you can take some off from your from office, from your work, just if you have some holidays, try to book some holidays and try to read Quran, try to involve yourself in gaining knowledge. This is something which you are building it for your akhirah. So that's something very important. We spend our life, we spend our time in earning money, which is something going to be used in this world. We never look at earning something which would help us in our next destination, in our next world. The thing is, like, when you go for a vacation, when you go for a holiday, you need to carry money. If you don't carry money in that destination, right, you can't enjoy that destination. Similarly, death is sure and certain. You have to go to the other destination. If you are going into that destination, the next life, right, you need to fill your pockets with good deeds. If you don't have good deeds in your pocket, you can't enjoy the next life. So if you want to buy something in the next life, you need to earn good deeds. That is what is going to help you out. So Allah is giving this opportunity, the blessed month of Ramadan, so that you fill your, so that you earn well, earn the good deeds, earn the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, pocket it and spend it when you go to the next life and when you go to the next destination. That is something very important. So make sure that you use this month in a very potential way. Don't waste time. Don't just roam around with your friends and just don't spend time in eating. Obviously you should eat well, but don't make it a habit that Ramadan is just for eating and going around and sitting around friends and just doing a gupshup. No, make sure that you use this up along with your day-to-day work. Make sure that you use this opportunity, use this blessed month. Potentially, like at least when you go out of this month, you have something, you carry forward something for your next 11 months. Yeah. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين وما علينا إلا البلاغ. Inshallah, I would meet you in next session. Then we would go through some important points, as I was mentioning about the God consciousness, like who I am and who is my God, like what is our next destination, what is our next goal, what is akhirah, and all other stuff. Inshallah, let's I think we are nearing this Sehri time. Let's try to go for dua. الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على رسوله الكريم. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آل سيدنا محمد وبارك وسلم. ربنا آتنا في الدنيا حسنة وفي الآخرة حسنة وقنا عذاب النار. ربنا أعنا على ذكرك وشكرك وحسن عبادتك. اللهم إنا نسألك المعافاة في الدين والدنيا والآخرة إنك على كل شيء قدير. اللهم إنا نعوذ بك من جهد البلاء ودرك الشقاء وسوء القضاء وشماتة الأعداء. اللهم إنا نسألك من خير ما سألك منه نبيك وحبيبك صلى الله عليه وسلم، ونعوذ بك من شر ما استعاذ منه نبيك وحبيبك ونورك محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم، وأنت المستعان ولا حول ولا قوة إلا بالله. ربنا أعنا على ذكرك وشكرك وحسن عبادتك. ربنا تقبلنا وتقبل منا صلاتنا ودعاءنا بطفيل سيدنا محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم. سبحان ربك رب العزة عما يصفون وسلام على المرسلين والحمد لله رب العالمين.
This Sehri is sponsored by the Wahbe restaurant in Gants Hill, Ilford, and Plastic Carpets in Upton Park.
اللهم إني نبيت بصوم غد من شهر رمضان الذي أنزل فيه القرآن. اللهم تقبل منا هذا الصوم بحرمة السيد ولد أدنان. يا عزيز يا غفار يا مستعان يا رحمن.
الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر الله أكبر. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله. أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله. أشهد أن محمدًا رسول الله. حي على الصلاة. حي على الصلاة. على الفلاح حي على الفلاح الصلاة خير من النوم الصلاة خير من النوم الله أكبر الله أكبر لا إله إلا الله
اللهم صل على سيدنا ومولانا محمد وعلى آله في الأولين. اللهم صل على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه في الآخرين. اللهم صل وسلم وبارك على سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه في الملأ الأعلى إلى يوم الدين. اللهم رب هذه الدعوة التامة والصلاة القائمة آت سيدنا ومولانا محمد الوسيلة والفضيلة والدرجة الرفيعة وابعثه مقاما محمودا الذي وعدته وارزقنا شفاعته يوم القيامة إنك لا تخلف الميعاد.
This Sehri is sponsored by the Wahbe restaurant in Gants Hill, Ilford and Plashit Carpet